What's up guys, Intellitech Studios here, and this is my Bissell Pet Hair Eraser Turbo Rewind. I bought this at Ollie's, I don't know if you're familiar with Ollie's, for $99, and for context, the new equivalent of this machine is $279 on Bissell's website. This one's refurbished, so it's direct from Bissell, or technically it's remanufactured, not refurbished. That's what it says right there, Bissell remanufactured. So a step above refurbished, we'll say. And this particular machine I've always been wanting to try, and I went into Ollie's not believing I was going to be purchasing a vacuum, because frankly I don't need one. I have plenty. You can see a couple in this video as well. But what I ended up picking up was this, mainly because my fiance wants to try it, and since when is my fiance, who is not a vacuum collector and not a vacuum enthusiast, want to try a vacuum? I couldn't say no, so I bought it for $100. So that's the only rambling we're going to get into, because I know a lot of normal viewers don't want to see the rambling, they just want to see the unboxing, so hopefully that 60 seconds was worth it. So now we'll unbox it. Now whoever taped this up, there's a lot of play in the box, so they didn't tape the box as tightly as they probably should have, but on the bright side, it makes it easier to get into. Now, I can only assume that I'm supposed to open it this way, long ways like this, when most Bissell boxes you would slide the machine out. I didn't even need to use the knife for the middle part. So yeah, this is the second time I've bought a remanufactured Bissell. The first time I sent it back because it was the wrong model. So I can see they just kind of tailor the packaging to this. Alright. Got some cardboard here with some stuff in it. We've got the unit, which the bin is very foggy. Yeah, the bin is very foggy. The carton contents, we've got the vacuum base, the wand and hose, the pet turbo eraser tool, the LED lit crevice tool. Oh, that's cool. It has an LED crevice tool. I didn't even know that. A 2-in-1 pet dusting brush, and the user's guide. And the aforementioned user's guide is right here. Now, this is the fanciest Bissell manual I've ever seen. Most of the Bissell manuals are pretty basic looking. As you can see there, very fancy compared to other Bissell manuals. But on the bright side, you have this video, so you don't need this, at least not to put it together. So, for those of you who tuned in to see this be put together, well, hopefully I can help. So, we've got the main machine here. Now, please note, if you bought this machine brand new instead of remanufactured like I did, it may be packed slightly differently. So if things are in different spots and yours is brand new and not remanufactured, then I apologize. But for the record, it's not my fault. I'm not the one who packaged it. So, here is our hose. Pretty typical. And this does appear to be brand new. There is no signs of use in the hose. So at least for this example, the hose is brand new. I don't know what exactly the threshold is for whether or not they replace a part on a remanufactured machine, but hose, obviously they replaced it. So I'm trying to figure out how to get this out, because it's all kind of Tetris together. So okay, so the wand is jammed. Okay, so here's the wand. So here's our wand with a suction control slider up top for plush carpet and low carpet, but I'm sure that works for tools too, and there's a little valve right here that opens. I love the brushed aluminum look of this. So for the record, I've never owned this vacuum before, so there's also kind of a first impression as well as an unboxing tutorial. So now we're going to grab... Oh, apologies for that cardboard sound. We're going to pull this off. It appears that this is just packaging. There's nothing in this piece of cardboard. So now we can click the machine into the upright position and attempt to remove it from this carton. These cardboard pieces are kind of in the way. So we'll remove those. Alright, and there's the main machine. Now again, the bin on this is very cloudy. I wonder if that's something I can polish, but as long as it's clean, which it appears to be clean, there's a little bit of dust right there, possibly from them testing it. Not too worried about that. And then, for those curious, right up here, if I can open this. Or wait, no, hold on, I'm incorrect. Where's the filter on this? Yeah, so the instructions aren't very good, but it doesn't really tell you to unlock it, but there's an unlock right here. So you twist it, and that unlocks, and there's your filter. So you can pop this out. It's a two-piece filter. So you can pop this out and wash it. And there's a little small felt filter as well. So that felt filter goes in right there, and then this goes in with the yellow side facing up. Just like that. And then you line it back up right here. It'll be a little tricky. Just line it up right there. See, there's that little notch. You're going to push that in and twist it. And to empty it, of course, you press that. And that goes on top of the machine right there. And that's the tank release button. Alright. So now we have to install the hose and the wand, and as well as the accessories. So the hose goes in right here. Actually, I'm going to have to remove the bin, and we're going to line this up right here and slide it back until it clicks into place. There we go. So now that hose is in, and now we can replace the cyclone assembly. Again, feels kind of weird, but it's on there and appears to be sealed just fine. Alright, now we'll tilt the camera up just a tad. So here's the top of the machine. We're going to take the handle, and there's this little groove right here, right where the Bissell logo is, and we're going to line this up, and there we go. It didn't even really have to push it, it just kind of clicks right into place. So again, like that, you want the hook at the back, and it clicks right into place. Next, we've got our twist and snap hose, which goes in right up here. Again, just kind of line it up. There's an unlock gear, or an unlock icon. Match that up with a tab, and twist it to lock it into place. And then finally, to lock the hose in, we've got a little tab here. You don't want to forget this. And click the hose in right there. So now the machine itself is fully assembled. We just have to put the attachments on the machine, and then it will be all the way assembled. Now the cord, oh, you can't see that. Now the cord is right here underneath where the tools go in. You can probably see that entryway right there. So that slides out just like that, and there's a button somewhere. Cord rewind. Oh, and then the cord rewind button is on this side. So you push that, and the cable slides right in. Of course, if it gets tangled, you might have to push it again. Just like that. Alright, so now, the first piece of cardboard that I showed you earlier has more accessories in it. So we're going to open this. You can see we've got our turbo brush. We've got a dusting and upholstery brush. And if I open this, it can be a little tricky. Try to open this. I don't know why I'm struggling to get this part open. I just gave up and ripped it, but yeah. And this is our, wow, this is quite strange. There's this apparently a crevice tool. Yep, it says LED crevice tool on it, and It's got a screw hole for some reason. Do you put a battery in this? Apparently you put a battery in this, but I'm not sure. Let me double check and verify that real quick if this will focus. Alright, so here's this LED crevice tool, and we're going to see what's in here. Oh, not quite all the way out yet. Okay, so it's got 2 watch batteries in it. I thought it was going to be like a... Based on the size, I would have thought you put a AA in here, but you put 2 watch batteries in, but it just ships with pieces of paper in the way, so that way it doesn't cause that to... I don't know, so it doesn't waste the battery when it's in shipping, I presume. So I'm going to put this back on off camera just to see, and we will later on see how this works. It's quite fascinating. So that's back together. So be sure to do that, because obviously they don't want you to use it with those white things in place, and it obviously wouldn't work. So I don't see any obvious button to engage this, so I'm not really sure how it engages. I wonder if, let's see, if I take the hose off. If I take the hose off, is there a... Oh, okay. So when you hold this button down, it turns on the LED. Regardless of if the vacuum's on, because it's not powered by the vacuum. When you push it all the way down, which of course when you plug the hose on, it will, and now you've got that LED, irregardless of whether or not the vacuum's on. So you also could just put a battery in this and just use it as a makeshift flashlight if you wanted to. That's kind of goofy, but okay. So we'll put the hose back on, and I'll figure out where these tools go. Now, from what I understand, I would assume that the bigger turbo brush goes down here. Hopefully you can see that. And then there's 2 posts over here. So the crevice tool, okay, so the crevice tool is partially solid, so of course that's going to go right there, maybe. Oh wait, no, because that, I see. So it matches up right there. I was doing this wrong. So this post has half of it missing, and the crevice tool has another half of it missing, or about 60%, or about 40%. So match those up, obviously. So the crevice tool goes there, and then our dusting and upholstery brush goes right there. So now it is 100% together, and it's got your anti-tangle brush roll right there, and you've also got a HEPA filter right here, which twists out. So you've got a HEPA filter, which on this one does have a little bit of wear on it, so they did not replace that, which is kind of strange, but perhaps this was a customer return or something where there was little wear on it, they didn't feel it was necessary. Which again, for the price point, I'm not complaining, $100, whereas these are $279 brand new, and I would have easily put that amount of wear on my own filter anyway, so I don't care. But, you know, it's something to keep in mind. So we're going to put this back in. I think it goes in a certain way. Goes in a certain way and twists into place. There we go, just like that. So now that's back on. And we're going to put this really strange cover back on, just like that. There we go. So now you know how to get to both filters, and of course this has an anti-tangle brush roll, so theoretically you shouldn't need to clean the brush roll. But yeah, so that's the Bissell the Bissell Pet Hair Eraser Turbo Rewind unboxing and assembly. This has a lot of play, but it also has a swivel neck, so that's probably to be expected. This is obviously designed to compete with machines like the Dyson Ball Animal 3 and the various Shark 0M units, or now they're called Power Fins, or the Stratos, and all that stuff, but at a bit of a budget. And then whenever you want to use the machine, hopefully you can see this, there's a power switch right here. For some reason it's shipped in the on position, but 0 is off, 1 is on, and we have a brush roll LED as well. Now the brush roll, I assume, because I've never used the machine before, but I assume the brush roll will stay off when the machine is in the upright position, and this is to adjust it when the machine is reclined in the floor vacuuming position. So there is that. Now I assume the brush roll option is what has it on, and then where the LED is, I assume, is the brush roll off. That's my assumption, but we'll see whenever we use this machine. So yeah, that's pretty much that. This was my unboxing, assembly, and sort of a little miniature how to use. I just realized you probably couldn't even see those switches. I'm sorry. I didn't realize the tripod was pointed down. I severely apologize. But on the bright side, there's a cat. So, anyways, that's the Bissell Pet Hair Eraser Turbo Rewind, from what I can tell, the second to highest and most Bissell. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to like it. If you found it helpful for helping you put your vacuum together, then be sure to leave a comment. Most of this is pretty self-explanatory, but I imagine sliding the hose in place, there might have been some people confused about that because you have to load it from the front. Other than that, should be pretty typical. But anyways, this is Intellitech Studios signing out. Have a good one. Peace. A full demo and review of this machine will be soon. Of course, I just bought this, so I can't say for sure yet if it's a good deal at $100. I feel like it will be, considering the price delta alone. Again, $279 brand new, and now Rocco is in the box, as you'd expect. But yeah, so we've got that, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.